What's going on, Assassins? It's Darkstrider, and oh my god, you guys have done it. You guys are gonna make me defend Ubisoft. This is a rare L that I'm gonna have to take because I'm always for the consumer. But in this case, we have to talk about the elephant in the room, which is what's going on with Assassin's Creed Shadows. So, in case you're living under a rock, we got the cinematic trailer yesterday for Assassin's Creed Shadows, and Twitter and social media is going bananas mode. You guys have a bunch of varying opinions. Some of them are valid for your anger about this game. Some of them are absolute nonsense, and I really don't understand it. So let's get into all of it. Let's talk about what's going on. So first of all, what are we mad about this game? We're mad at this. We're mad at Black Samurai and Asian Woman. We're not mad at the crazy prices when this game is coming out, the crazy collector's editions and stuff like that, whether the game is going to suck or not. We're mad at Black Samurai and Female Ninja. People are mad primarily that there is a Black Samurai. They're saying that that's kind of stupid. They're saying that, you know, we waited all this time to go to Japan, and now that we're in Japan, they, instead of giving us an Asian male lead, they're giving us a Black Samurai. And they're saying that even though Yasuki was allegedly historically a samurai, people are saying no, he was a retainer, he was a pet. Like he never actually reached the rank of samurai. All these, like the Wikipedia historians come out of everywhere just looking and stuff like that and dropping what they think of like this whole thing and whatnot. And I don't understand why we're talking about historical accuracy in this kind of game. Again, it says in the beginning of the game that this was made by a bunch of different backgrounds and they're all historical, but they're saying, hey, this is a DEI thing. So let's look into that. Did you have that smoke for Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai? No Black Samurai, it's a white samurai. No, I didn't hear any echoes about that. I still don't hear anything about that. What about Jake Gyllenhaal? He's a white guy playing a Persian guy and a prince. Like, I heard nothing about this either. Nobody was upset. The same thing for Ghost in the Shell, Scarlett Johansson. No. Why? Hot actress plus titties. Why would anybody make such a big stink about that? Did you have any smoke for The Last Airbender, which had absolutely no Asians in it? None. No, you didn't. I don't understand. Now, the thing is, I'm not trying to lecture people on, you can't be mad at this game, or, I'm not calling you an outright racist. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to do that. That's not what this is about. But I actually do have these questions. And then, hold on a minute. But Darkstrider, those are movies, I hear you say. Yes, they are movies. Okay. Let's do something else then. Let's hit the video game route. Did any of you get upset when you played this game and played as William, a blonde-hair, blue-eyed samurai in Japan? How about Chris Redfield in Resident Evil 5, the only white guy in a African-style country, and he's actually murdering black people in this game? He was the DEI hire for this game. He's the only white guy here. How about Leon S. Kennedy? He was the only white guy in a Spanish-speaking country to save the president's daughter. Did the president not have any Spanish-speaking Secret Service agents? Again, Leon S. Kennedy would be the DEI hire here. You see how this works? It's just stupid, isn't it? It's stupid. And as stupid as that sounds, for some people, it is that serious. They don't want to play as a woman. They don't want to play as a minority. They want to play whatever they want to play, and anything else is woke, or it's DEI. And honestly, to me, it's just stupid. Just enjoy the game. If you don't want to play it, don't play it. You know what I'm saying? But for some people, this is like a serious issue. And I'm sorry. I personally think it's silly. It kind of is. So one of the next silly points that I keep hearing about is why didn't they just make a game based out of Africa with an African protagonist? And you know what? They did. It's called Assassin's Creed Origins, which is in Africa. And this absolutely tickles me because a lot of people, for some reason, don't know that. They think that it's, like further or closer to like the Middle East than anything else. But we did have a protagonist in Africa, Egypt. It was Bayek. And a lot of people, like, you could make the argument, yes, that, like, why is it not a Japanese person in a Japanese setting? Okay. And the thing is that that would be a logical conclusion. That would be a logical thing to like hit us with. Like it's in Japan, it should be a Japanese person. uh, you know, why use a historical character as the protagonist when that's never been done in an Assassin's Creed before? That is a positive argument. That's an argument that you can make. But you're focusing on the fact that he's black. It's really weird, like I have said time and time again, I don't care if I'm playing a game where the main character is like a trans, crippled, black, Jewish, whatever, wheelchair bound person. Like I don't care about that stuff as long as the game is good. I don't want to hear every 5 minutes about this person's plight or about this person being what they are and stuff like that. That's absolutely ridiculous. In The Last of Us 2, when we met Dina, she's Jewish. Does not mention it until the point that they get into a synagogue looking for gas. And then she's like, wow, my sister would love this and stuff like that. Like that was cool. That was like, oh, wow, there's a little bit of backstory to her. She wasn't saying every 5 minutes, anything eh, overly ridiculous or pushing any narrative or anything like that. So if it's something where they're pushing a narrative every few seconds, that's something that you can complain about. Something like this, where it's something so minimal, where you're gonna play the story and you're gonna get lost in like what's going on in the fighting, in collecting stuff and whatnot. It's kind of silly, And again, I'm not trying to gatekeep your feelings. I'm not trying to call anybody outright racist. Everybody on social media is going at each other over that, and I want no part of it. I'm just saying, here's a certain perspective. Look at this and tell me what you think. This is another good one. A lot of people are upset that you're playing as a female ninja, and for some reason, I just can't get over the fact that, like, people do not want to play a female. I promise you that if you're playing as a female or as a minority, you will not inherit those abilities of the female or the minority. Okay? You are not suddenly going to start growing nails and hair and, talking about boys and stuff like that. That's not going to happen to you, I promise you. All right? It's really, really weird because, it's okay to play as the female. Plus, if you're going to play the game, you have to play as the female. There's progression where you're going to have to do that. And that has to be done. So, it also, it makes me laugh. Like when I see people that get mad about previous entries in Assassin's Creed. I've been told that I shouldn't be playing the canonical character in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now, I've made the argument that historically you are correct, because historically it would be probably a man doing all this, not a woman. I highly doubt a woman would be doing this. But I've been told, you know what? You play for the other team if you're playing as the girl, which is, again, really stupid. You know, okay, you don't want to play as the canonical character in Odyssey. You don't want to play as the canonical character in Valhalla, also a female. Also, you can make the argument that this female wouldn't be doing all this stuff and whatnot, you know? You guys will not play female characters in these games at all, but then you'll turn around and you will go and collect every dress to play dress up in Stellar Blade. Grums, a guy who is almost 60, who is leading the charge to free Stellar Blade because it hides a bunch of things. Well, not even a bunch of things. There's little slips here and there that cover certain things and whatnot. He wants to see it all. You know, we're not playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Valhalla as women, but we will play this because the female protagonist is female, is hot looking, and I want to see Tiggo Biddies and Butte every which way. That's the only reason why this has to be played, which is just weird to me. It's weird to me. You'll play this as a female, you won't play those other games as a female. And for some reason, it's gender based, or it speaks to your sexuality why you play those female characters in those other games. But in this game, that's cool, man. It's cool. Why not? This is another one that I absolutely adore. I always got into arguments on my live streams with commenters, with viewers, with chatters who say, you know what, we don't care about the present day. I only play Assassin's Creed games for the history, for the historical value. To which I always say, no, you don't. Okay? And if you do, there's something wrong with you and you will fail at everything because you're looking for a shortcut. Okay? This game is not historically accurate. This series is not historically accurate. Okay? Da Vinci did not help Ezio or the assassins. You know, little things here and there that happened. There were no precursor race. There's nothing like that anywhere at all. I mean, we even have something where, like, a Welshman was in the Caribbean and became one of the most feared pirates. Like, come on, it's not historically accurate. It's not meant to be. It's meant to be fun. It's meant to be zany. It's meant to, like, you know, just have fun and just open your mind, like, just have a good time. That's all these games are for. You want strategy, you want stealth, you want to have fun, you want to go out there and assassinate people. I don't understand why so many people are talking about the historical accuracy of the series. Now, if you want to talk historical accuracy about Yasuke, I mean, there's a lot of information out there, and there are a lot of people that are fighting, you know, complete and utter wars over who Yasuke was and what he did and whether or not he was a samurai. You know, like I keep seeing all that discourse. You know, Grums even said that they changed the Wikipedia on Yasuke to bend to Ubisoft's narrative. You know, I get it. I get it. I get the Yasuke part. You know, like the part where people are just mad because you're black is weird. You know, you can make the defense that, you know, like, being that it's Japan, they should have, like, taken a specific era and a specific spot and done it like that. You know, that you can make the argument for. Okay? However, some of the things that go on in that game, you want to be different than other games. Like I'm telling you right now, people are not going to be worried about a black samurai. You know what people are going to be worried about? Whether or not Assassin's Creed Shadows is similar to Ghost of Tsushima. Okay? That's going to be the big upset. They're going to look at that. They're going to look at Rise of the Ronin. They're going to look at any samurai game to compare it to. Now, to be fair, Ghost of Tsushima did have a couple of elements that they had in Assassin's Creed. Okay? So, is it that Assassin's Creed Shadows is taking from Ghost of Tsushima, or did Ghost of Tsushima take from Assassin's Creed, the series as a whole? That's going to be the real discourse. I just, I don't understand why we're going through all this rigmarole just over nothing, I feel like, If you like Assassin's Creed games, and it has no bugs, you will be able to enjoy the game, I promise you. You just choose not to enjoy the game because of what's going on in said game. And that's kind of crazy. Just enjoy the game. I came from a time where we had games that were just simple and ridiculous, and we still enjoyed them no matter what changes they made to these games. Pac-Man was so successful that they made a sequel. They made Miss Pac-Man. Okay? It was just Pac-Man with a bow on his head. And that was Miss Pac-Man. That's all it was. Nobody back then was like, oh my God, they made Pac-Man gay. Or, oh my God, Pac-Man is now trans. It was a whole separate character. It was Miss Pac-Man. But basically, that's all it was. It was Pac-Man with a bow. I can't imagine living every day where I'm worried that there is some sort of agenda against the things that I like. Like, that is a weird way to live. Just enjoy yourself. Just enjoy the game. Just enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy life. I don't understand it. But anyway, I'm just going to leave it here. And, I want to once again tell you all that I am not, like scolding you. This isn't a piece where I'm just like, hey, listen, you're a moron or whatever. I'm not outright calling anybody racist. I'm not outright saying that, hey, listen, you got to be a feminist as a man or whatever, or that, there's some sort of agenda out there. All I'm saying is that, I did this as a thought piece. I want to see what your views are. Like, what do you think? Did this change your mind at all? Or do you still think, nah, they're just doing DEI, they're doing whatever they want to do. It's absolutely ridiculous. There are some arguments that can be made, in all fairness, for what you're arguing about. However, there is a way that you can do it if you're going to debate without, coming across as just, openly racist, because it's too quick for people to say, oh, you're a racist, you're a Nazi, and we seem to be doing that a lot more nowadays. But it's also way too easy to say, oh, this is woke. A lot of people can't even define what's woke. And that's problematic. That's just weird, So anyway, I really hope that, maybe if you're against having Yasuki in the game, that you're going to go out there and bring better talking points and really drive your thing home, because that would be absolutely nice. That's what has to happen, If you're going to win this argument in the marketplace of ideas, that's what you got to do. You got to come correct. You got to come with something really good. Anyway, everyone, those are just my thoughts. Again, there are probably some hot takes in there. Some of you are going to be really mad. Some of you are going to debate it. And I welcome the debate because, I really do want you out there with good ideas when you're arguing over whether or not you're going to play this game, okay? Some people are going to be ridiculous. And in both camps, no matter what, people are going to be kind of silly. Just be prepared for it. Both camps be prepared for it, Anyway, I plan on playing this day one, and, I'll let you guys know what's going on. I'll live stream it at midnight when it comes out. But, you know, I hope that you were informed. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that, you know, this opens up some good discussion. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure you like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching, and until next time, take care, be good, stay safe, take care of each other. I'll see you guys all in the next one.
Yah yee!